All right, friends, so for this low back somatic video, I've chosen 3 gentle movements. The first one you can do either in a chair or on your mat. It's entirely up to you because we're going to start in this seated position. And if you're in a chair, just bring knees together, put hands on knees, and you're just going to start from the waist, making really wide circles. Now, while you're making these circles, you want to be sure to, 1, keep both sits bones or your entire butt on the chair or on the mat so that neither of them are rising. And the other thing you want to try to do is, as you're coming around the front, curve the spine so that your chest is arched out. And as you're coming around the back, you want to curl the spine so that you're curling into yourself. We're using these movements to just get energy flowing in the spine, getting movement and hydration in between the bones. And you want to make the circles as big or as wide as it feels good for the body. Then you're going to come back to center and you're going to reverse the order. You always want to do both sides or both directions no matter what movement you're doing. So like I said, you're making these nice big circles, you're keeping your sits bones on the ground, you're allowing the body to loosely make these circles, arching the chest as you come across the front and curving as you come around the back. You're just going to keep doing that gently for about 1 minute on each side until the body starts to loosen up. Now, when you first start doing this exercise, you may notice that you have some stiffness in your spine or in your hips, and that's entirely fine. The more you do it, the better and the looser it's going to feel, the more fluid your movements are going to be. So we're going to return to center, and I want you to just take a nice deep breath here. And just take a moment to notice any changes or shifts in the body. Are you feeling more relaxation? Are you feeling some discomfort in places? And just make a note of that and adjust to be comfortable. And you can either continue to try that movement one more time around, or you can move on with us to the next pose. So for the next pose, you're going to lay flat on your back with your feet flat on the mat, legs up in sit-up position. And the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to take a nice deep breath here. And as you exhale, allow your body to fall really heavy onto the mat, onto the floor, deeper onto the bed, wherever you're laying. And we're just going to let our legs fall from side to side like windshield wipers. Return them to center. And as you're doing this, just bring awareness to what you're feeling in your low back, in your hips, maybe along the thighs, depending on how tight your muscles are. And if you notice some resistance, like your muscles don't want to release and let the legs fall, just take another nice deep breath. And as you exhale, allow the body to be as heavy as you can make it. Just letting the floor, the earth, the bed, whatever you're laying on, support you. And you're just going to swish side to side, and you're going to do that for about 2 minutes. And as I said, you're just going to notice changes in the body. You may notice that when you first start the windshield wiper movement, you may be a little stiff or sore or achy, or like I said, notice some resistance. And as time passes and you continue to just let the legs fall, you'll notice that it starts to feel looser, more relaxed. And all the while, I want you to keep breathing into your belly and just letting your legs flap open. Returning legs to center. I want you to take a nice deep breath here. Make any adjustments that you might for the body. As your body begins to loosen up and relax, you'll need to make adjustments for your position for that new lengthening and loosening of the muscles. So for our last pose, you're going to stay in this position. You're going to bring hands to your belly, and you're just going to gently tilt your pelvis up to connect your low back with the mat and release. And you'll tilt the pelvis up again, up towards the ceiling or the sky, and release. Now, if this doesn't feel good for you, you should definitely not continue this movement. But it should actually, if you're holding a lot of tension in your low back or even in your hips, allow a lot of that tension to just release and relax so that you're not having so much low back pain, discomfort, sciatica, and just do a little pelvic tilt up and release. How high or not high you tilt your pelvis really doesn't matter. Like I said, we're not going for the deepest stretch. We're really just trying to listen to our body, get back into our body, and allow the nervous system to rewire and relax, bring us back into a parasympathetic or rest and digest state. So when you're done with these exercises, I want you to roll onto your side and push yourself up from there. And you're just going to take 2 to 3 deep breaths, allowing your body to settle and relax. And I want you to make note of what you're feeling where, and whether that feels like an improvement or whether it feels a little bit worse. And from there, you'll know whether you need to deepen those exercises or pull back a little bit. The more you do them, the more relaxed you're going to feel, the less stress you're going to have. So I hope you enjoyed our short little video. If you haven't yet, like, share, subscribe, and join us for our next one. Thank you.